So in this Resident Evil 8 Village video, I'm going to be showing what happens if we take out Urias that spawns after we survive for a while during one of our first big Lycan ambushes. Before I get into all this though, if you find this kind of content enjoyable, consider taking a little bit of your time and leaving a like on the video. As always though, that is totally up to you if you want to do so or not. Just leaving a friendly reminder here in the beginning. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into all this now. First off, to make the fight easier against Urias, you can just wait until you beat the game, and then once you beat the game, you'll be able to load your save completed game file, and when you do load that up, you'll spawn in with the weapons that you actually beat the game with. I will say it makes the fight super easy. Although it is possible to do it even without beating the game. It's just going to be way more difficult, depending of course the difficulty you're also playing on as well. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, for an example here, just to test the waters to see what even happens, I'm just going to load up the file that I've already completed the game on, just so I start off with some powerful weapons, and I'm going to turn on infinite ammo too, which that's something that you can purchase within the extra content shop. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this battle now. Alright, so I'm going to be starting this around the first ambush area in the game. As some of you may know, the body gets dragged into this, and then, yeah, an ambush happens with the Lycan. This is right after we meet the villager with the shotgun that gives us our first gun. But, anyways, at this part, eventually this big guy is going to be coming through these trees right here if we can survive long enough with this attack that's about to be taking place here next. So yeah, in order to trigger this ambush, all you have to do is just alarm one of the Lycans that are around. For one example, you can head over this way that I'm currently taking, and you'll notice that there will be some Lycans on the rooftops here. And you will notice that this will also pop up on the screen as well that states survive the attack. Now, depending on, of course, the difficulty that you're playing on, you may want to alarm them differently. Like, I'm out in the open right now. I know if you're like on hardcore or something, being out in the open like this probably wouldn't be as useful as a tactic. And once we get them alarmed now, we're just going to have to survive long enough until the big guy comes. So yeah, the goal is just to literally survive. And eventually this cutscene will pop up. As you can see, you get ambushed from the Lycan, and then Urias jumps from the rooftop down to you. And then they get distracted by something else and run off. So yeah, this is how we always survive the attack technically. But we can survive long enough for the big guy to come through eventually, aka Urias, and we'll be able to eventually take him on. And that's what I'll be showing y'all in this video, what all actually happens after we take him out, before this cutscene of him jumping from the roof happens. Because technically, we don't have to take him out, we just have to survive. It's going to be interesting seeing what happens if we do take him out fast enough. Because I believe the cutscene of him jumping from the roof is on like a timer or something. The reason why I think that is because it pops up a little while after he gets into the village and you are able to attack him. It feels like you're on a timer trying to take him out. But anyways, I feel like that's enough explaining about this battle. Let's just go ahead and see what happens now when we do take him out after surviving long enough. So yeah, I already explained how I have infinite ammo. It is something that you can unlock, and well, might as well put it to use because it's there to use and it makes this a bit easier. But if you're looking to challenge yourself on this part, then of course I don't suggest using the infinite ammo. It should still be possible without it. It's just going to be more difficult, of course. Man, there's an insane amount of stuff that can drop from this battle.
There's no end to them.
Okay, so he just said there's no end to them. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out this weapon. Speed up the process here. Alright, I'm going to go around the area where the big guy can spawn in, which is right down here. So eventually, he'll be coming from that way. Oh gosh! My health is not looking so hot. Oh yeah, here he comes. Big guy time. Alright, so I'm going to back up here a little bit because he just hits these trees with his hammer to get in here. But he also clears the way for us as well at the same time. So, yeah. As you can see though, we can face off against Urias here. in the very beginning. And, well, luckily, since I've already beat the game, I can start off with these powerful weapons here in the beginning to make life way easier against this guy. I will say, this guy is extremely tanky if you're only using like the starting typical weaponry against him. But, yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out the handy-dandy Wolf's Bane here against him and just shoot him a couple times. This thing is extremely powerful. Boom! 3 shots with this and he's down for the count and casual. And as you can see, we unlock a secret achievement called Timber. Only a little over 2% of players that have played this game, on Xbox that is, have currently got this achievement. Of course, you know, this percentage is going to increase the more players that end up knowing about this. But hey, right now, it's still pretty rare. This is something pretty awesome the developers decided to add in. As you can see, the achievement states, defeat Urias during the first Lycan attack when you enter the village. And yeah, we did it. Also, not to mention, he drops 35k for us here in the very beginning as well. That's a hefty starting amount. It's definitely worth the time to take him out. Although, like I mentioned before, it can be extremely challenging if you're using the starting weaponry against him. Also, of course, it depends on what difficulty you're playing on too. Like if you're trying this on the hardest difficulty, oh my gosh, good luck. Seriously. It is insane here with the amount of Lycan and how fast they are and how fast they take you out. Whew! But seriously, good luck if you are trying this on a hard difficulty. I mean, it's supposed to be extremely challenging. So, yeah, it can be time consuming, I will say, if you do want to start off with this extra 35k that you can get for taking them down. Also, not to mention, it completes an in-game challenge too, called Timber, as you can see. So you get challenge points as well for doing this. So that's another reason why it's worth your time to do it. If you don't know what challenge points are, basically, this is how I unlocked the infinite ammo for the starting handgun. You can purchase different things from the extra content shop with these challenge points that you can get. And oh yeah, something I was curious about, might as well show it in this video. As you can see, I just took him out, and I'm just going to stand here right next to his body to show you that nothing changes, unfortunately, with the future cutscenes, even if you do take him out here in the very beginning. This scene will always stay the same, no matter what you do here. Here's some proof for you. So yeah, as you can see, even if you do take him out, even before this cutscene, nothing changes, unfortunately. That would be awesome if something did, but no. Nonetheless, this is still pretty neat that the developers even put this challenge in the game for us to try. And this is something worth our while to know about. But yeah, I guess that's our wrapping up this video, everybody. Hopefully you found this enjoyable and it was something new to you and it helps out in some kind of way. As always, thanks for taking the time, watching and listening. Until next time, peace.